الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين يا أخوان يا أخوات في الله يا عبد الله يا أمة الله. As the title of the video says clearly, hijabi YouTubers believe Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was a sexist. Like, this is a very provocative topic, a very provocative title, I know this, but is the statement true? Like, seriously, is the statement really true? Like in my videos, in the recent videos where I've been debunking this haram trend of co-da'wah with your husband and wife doing co-da'wah, which the Sahaba never did. The Sahaba never brought their wives in public on hills and called to Tawheed. لا إله إلا الله يا أخوان يا أخوات يعني يا أيها المشركون هذه زوجتي والآن نقدم أمامكم خطبتين على التوحيد. استغفر الله العظيم. يعني شو يعني? Where did you get this from? Co-da'wah and hijabi selfies and vlogs trend, this whole haram trend, this became so famous recently. Subhanallah, like this is, I debunked this, alhamdulillah. Not me, of course. The 𝙃𝙇 debunked this trend. The Quran and the Sunnah and the 𝘼𝙇𝙇 𝙃𝙄 their fatwas have debunked this haram trend completely. All I did was emphasized and explained in details and gave you some hadith to prove the point, to back it all up, alhamdulillah. So the question, do hijabi YouTubers technically, subconsciously regard Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as sexist? Wallahi al-azim. Wallahi al-azim. The answer is yes. What's my proof? The answer is yes, ya akhwan, ya akhwat fillah. Because I've been called a sexist just for my ghira, the ghira that I have for my akhwat who are displaying themselves, committing tabarruj, one of the biggest sins in Islam, committing tabarruj, for which Allah Azza wa Jal will, Allahu Akbar, will punish you in the hellfire, will cast you in the hellfire because of tabarruj. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Like selfies and vlogs, hijabi or non-hijabi or niqabi or non-niqabi, like this trend has become so common that even the Salafi Muslims nowadays are afraid to speak up. Brothers like 𝘼𝙇 𝙃𝙄, may Allah guide him, even he's reacting to other hijabi videos and then responding to it. Like, why are you even playing the video without blurring it? Like, why are you reacting to their video, which is haram in and of itself to upload in the first place, with her husband, Abdullah? He's playing the whole video and reacting to it. Like, subhanallah, may Allah guide him, Azza wa Jal. Allah Azza wa Jal guide him. I mean, subhanallah. So the point I'm trying to raise, ya akhwan, ya akhwat fillah, is I've been called a sexist because I have ghira for my akhawat, which even their own husbands don't have for them. I, as a brother, I said this in my previous videos many times, like, honestly, me as your brother in Islam, I have more ghira over you than your husband has over you. As your brother, I have more ghira over you than he has over you as your husband, or he has over you as your father, as your son, as your brother, whatever. Subhanallah. And my ghira, wallahi al-azim billahi wa tallahi wa rabbul Ka'bah, my ghira is nothing, ya akhwan fillah. It's nothing compared to the Sahaba. Because whenever I quote the ayah of the Quran, like straight away, even recently on Facebook, a sister who is a black sister, in hijab and everything, from America, of course, yeah. She's married, has some children, and she's like a model, hijabi model. Astaghfirullah. When I quoted this ayah of the Quran to her, that's the exact same response came to me again, which came from many akhawat, from many hijabi celeb akhawat from Instagram, from YouTube, calling me a sexist simply because I quoted this ayah of the Quran to them. وَقَرْنَ فِي بُيُوتِكُنَّ وَلَا تَبَرَّجْنَ تَبَرُّجَ الْجَاهِلِيَّةِ الْأُولَى. Surah Al-Ahzab 33 verse 33. Even she said this so-called hijabi model who posts her pictures online commits tabarruj, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, which is worse than perfumes, ya Aqd al-Kareem. The Prophet Muhammad said the woman who leaves her home putting on perfume, فَهِيَ زَانِيَةٌ, she's an adulteress, a fornicatress. Subhanallah, did you ever hear anyone falling into zina because they were tempted by some woman's perfume, some fragrance, and he was following the fragrance and ended up committing zina? Wallah al-Azim, it would be like not even 1 in a million cases. Being tempted by the fragrance and then ended up committing zina. Subhanallah. Have you ever heard any such case? Wallahi, we haven't. But still Muhammad said the woman who leaves her home perfumed, فَهِيَ زَانِيَةٌ, she is an adulteress. And the kibar al-ulama, the ulama said, maquillage or makeup, it's worse than that. It's worse than perfumes, ya Aqd al-Kareem. And displaying yourself all over social media, wallahi al-azim, it's worse than perfumes. Makeup tempts the eyes, and the perfumes just tempt the nose. Makeup tempts the eyes, and 100% of the time, people fell into zina because of the eyes, because of not lowering their gaze, because of the eyes and whatever follows. They fell into zina because of the fitna of the eyes, the beauty, the makeup that tempts the eyes. Perfume just tempts the nose. So if perfume is going to make you a zaniya, adulteress, what will maquillage, makeup make you? It will make you worse than a zaniya. Allahu Akbar. Aqd al-Kareem, Wallahi al-Azim, do you correlate how dangerous the hadith is? Makeup tempts the eyes, and 100% of the cases, zina is because of the eyes. Zina falls from the eyes, and there is zina of the eyes. Allahu Akbar. And that's what follows. Because you were looking at that woman and you got tempted and you followed, hooked up and whatnot, had dinner, and finally that night you committed zina. All started with the eyes. Never in hell, never in any case you will find, oh, I was tempted by some beautiful fragrance and then I committed zina. Subhanallah. Ittaqillah, Aqd al-Kareem. Ittaqillah. Take this seriously. Take this hadith seriously. Just toss me out. My picture. No. I'm gone. I'm gone. Just whatever I spoke, take that at least. قول رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, قول العلماء السلف, من أقوال السلف, and from Allah Azza wa Jal himself, most importantly. Even if I didn't quote these hadith and only the ayah, وَقَرْنَ فِي بُيُوتِكُنَّ وَلَا تَبَرَّجْنَ تَبَرُّجَ الْجَاهِلِيَّةِ الْأُولَى, it wouldn't matter, like subhanAllah, it wouldn't matter. The hadith, the ayah of the Quran, 33 verse 33, Surah Al-Ahzab, it is sufficient, more than enough. It's ample, ya Aqd al-Kareem, ample dalil that it's haram. Hijabi, YouTuber, selfies, vlogs, trend, co-da'wah with your husband and everything. All these are haram, ya Aqd al-Kareem. All these are part and parcel of tabarruj. Ittaqillah, Aqd al-Kareem. Even if you're covered in hijab and niqab, everything, mashallah, it's still your, hey guys, look at me. Selfie, what does selfie mean? Hey guys, it's me, look at me. Hijab and niqab was, subhanallah, where is the purpose of hijab anymore? You just defeated and destroyed the whole purpose of hijab and niqab and awra, ya Aqd al-Kareem, ya 𝘼𝙇𝙇 𝙃𝙄, whatever your name is. All you celeb sisters, astaghfirullah al-azim. The purpose of hijab was to deflect eyes and attention away from you, subhanallah. Now you're posting videos where people are gonna click on and voluntarily watch you, and then you're gonna just say, brothers, lower your gaze. Like, how does this make any sense? You are uploading for the brother, for the perverts, for the non-mahrams online to comment, mashallah, tabarakallah, cute couple, sweet couple, beautiful Muslimah. You're the one posting the video and the selfies for them because they're your followers and subscribers, and then you expect them to lower their gaze? Like, how does that work? Let's say they all lowered their gazes, then what about the kuffar non-mahrams? Them lowering their gaze wouldn't like count at all. Like, they're kuffar. They commit the biggest sin of shirk and kufr. For them, lowering the gaze is complete garbage. It's useless. So what's your point, ya Aqd al-Kareem? Lower your gaze. I'm going to come in front of you, right? Pop in front of you in your news feed on Facebook, on Instagram, but make sure you just lower your gaze. They're already looking down, ya Aqd al-Kareem. They're already looking down at the phone. Now where are they going to? They're going to look at their chest? What do you mean lower your gaze when you yourself put yourself out there on display for tabarruj in the first place? Where are you following the Quranic command of Allah Azza wa Jal, وَقَرْنَ فِي بُيُوتِكُنَّ, and stay in your homes, remain in your homes, وَلَا تَبَرَّجْنَ تَبَرُّجَ الْجَاهِلِيَّةِ الْأُولَى, and do not commit tabarruj, do not display yourself like the ancient jahiliyyah, ancient days of ignorance. Tabarruj is a major sin. Allah is forbidding a major sin in this ayah of displaying yourself in public, which is haram. And that sister, that black sister, celeb model, she told me, like, this ayah is only for the Ahl al-Bayt, for the Nisa and Nabi, for the Prophet's wives. Astaghfirullah al-Azim. La hawla wa la quwwata. So Allah is warning you against a major sin because it's only a major sin for the Prophet's wives. So the Sahaba's wives, it's halal. Tabarruj is halal. Showing off your beauty, your ornaments, displaying yourself in public is halal for the Sahaba's wives, the Tabi'een's wives, all the ulama that came afterwards, their wives, and sisters and daughters and mothers, and our wives and every single Muslim on the planet. Only the Prophet's wives. This ayah was revealed only for the Prophet's wife. Astaghfirullah al-azim alladhi la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum. Ittaqillah. This is literally what you're implying. You're literally saying this command of Allah Azza wa Jal of forbidding tabarruj is haram only for the Prophet's wives, and it's halal for me. Tabarruj, I can do tabarruj as much as I want. I can display myself on YouTube, on Instagram, on Kik, on whatever, Facebook, and it doesn't matter. I can come with my own wife and display her to all the perverts online. SubhanAllah, where is the hikmah, ya 𝘼𝙇𝙇 𝙃𝙄𝙅𝘼𝘽, ya 𝘼𝑚𝑒𝑘 ya 𝘼𝑚𝑒𝑘 Yusuf? Astaghfirullah al-azim. Where's your hikmah, ya 𝘼𝙇𝙇? Ittaqillah. And I didn't make the full point, like me being called sexist, misogynistic, chauvinistic, blah blah blah. I said my ghira is nothing compared to the ghira of the least Sahaba. Over 100,000 Sahaba in 𝘼𝙇𝙇 𝙃𝙄, not even one of the Sahaba's ghira is mine. Not even 0.001% of my ghira for you, ya 𝘼𝙇𝙇, compares to their ghira, his ghira, of any Sahabi. Then what about them? If they were alive today, you would have labeled them as extremists and sexists as well. And what about, of course, last but not least, Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself? If he was alive today, you would label him as a sexist as well, because he would want every Muslimah to be in their homes, in their palace. Their homes, Rabbatul Bayt, queen of the palace, queen of the castle, subhanallah. Because of the Quranic command, and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam backs it all up with another hadith. Hadith Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. قال الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم المرأة عورة فإذا خرجت استشرفها الشيطان. The woman is awra. Whenever she leaves home, shaitan tempts her. Shaitan raises his hopes of misguiding her. Subhanallah. And she's never closer to Allah, never close to Allah, except in her home. Subhanallah. This hadith backs up Surah Al-Ahzab 33 verse 33. In this hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not say Azwaji awra. He said Al-mar'atu awra. General, every woman is awra. And whenever she leaves home, shaitan misguides her, and she's never close to Allah except in her home, which means she should never leave home without a necessity. And necessity in the Sharia, darura, or necessity, or hajib in the Sharia, is for your salah, the 5 daily salahs we discussed earlier, for visiting your neighbors. If they're only women, of course, you cannot go and visit a man, a stranger, non-mahram neighbor, of course, and visiting your relatives, your parents and whatnot. Other than that, you cannot leave your home. Okay, there are a few more conditions, of course. You can leave for shopping and vegetables and fruits and food and whatnot for your family. Of course, you have to survive, and you can go every weekend with your family, recreational activities, the parks and whatnot. Other than these 4 or 5 reasons, a Muslim is never supposed to leave her home. Ya 𝘼𝙇𝙇, ittaqillah. Even traveling is haram for you. A shar'i journey, like you should accompany a mahram. Without accompanying a mahram, you would forfeit your status as the one who believes in Allah and the last day. Man kana yu'minu billahi wal yawmil akhir. Whoever believes in Allah and the last day, she does not travel without a mahram. Hadith, Allahu Akbar, Sahih. If she believes in Allah Azza wa Jal and the last day, and the Qiyamah. If she doesn't leave her home, she doesn't travel without a mahram. Subhanallah. Wallahi al-azim, I don't know what to say. If you're going to call me sexist in the comments, before that, make sure you call Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam a sexist as well, a misogynist as well, and destroy your iman. I have nothing more to say. My ghira is nothing compared to Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, not even 0.000 infinity times 1% of Muhammad Rasulullah's ghira sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And you're calling me sexist? Then of course, you hijabi YouTubers who are doing this haram trend of tabarruj, displaying yourself all over social media, whether you're covered or not. That's not the point. You are outside your home technically. You are going against the command of Allah Azza wa Jal. Even when you're asleep at home, you're still violating the command of the Quran. You are in sin 24/7. 24/7 you are in sin, ya 𝘼𝙇𝙇. You're going against the command of Allah Azza wa Jal, the general hukm upon every woman to stay indoors. Subhanallah. And you perverts are watching you and still commenting, still complimenting you, and disgusting comments, passing disgusting comments on your post, on your selfies and vlogs. Wallahi al-azim. It boils me with rage, wallahi al-azim, to punch them in the face. Whoever looks at my sisters, my akhawat, Anti ukhti ya 𝘼𝙇𝙇 𝙃𝙄 Abdullah, Amina and Yusuf, Froggy, you are all my sisters, ya 𝘼𝙇𝙇. I'm angry, this is my anger of ghayr. I'm angry because I love you for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal. And I don't want any pervert to look at you, which your husband is okay with, which your brother is okay with, your father is okay with. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Delete all your videos, all your pictures. 𝘼𝙇𝙇 𝙃𝙄 Don't care about what others are going to say. Don't care about what the kuffar are going to say. Are the kuffar going to take your account on Yawm al-Qiyamah, or is it Allah Azza wa Jal that's going to take your hisab on Yawm al-Qiyamah? Are you going to please the kuffar, the Western culture, or are you going to please Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's teachings? Being a perfect example for him, and on Yawm al-Qiyamah you're going to please him. Of course, most importantly, please Allah Azza wa Jal and His Prophet on Yawm al-Qiyamah. Subhanallah. اتق الله يا أختي الكريم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.